Hello everyone, Professor Bedrock is here and welcome back to another Funredstone episode. Today is episode 33 and in today's episode I have another redstone construction to show to all of you. This is an Anvil replacer for Minecraft Bedrock Edition and it is very small and simple to build. As you can see, this thing is rather small and it takes up a volume of 3 by 9 by 4 with a volume of 108 blocks. The way it works is very similar to how traditional Anvil replacer works. So basically, when you use an anvil and it breaks like so, you just have to press this button and a new anvil will gonna show up for you to use. As you can see, the redstone is very simple, just some redstone dust with some repeater and some sticky piston. Nothing too much. Now I'm gonna explain how it works. So let's break that. When you want to have a new anvil in that point, you're gonna press this button, and it needs to be a stone button. It cannot be a wooden button type because the timing for this only works with the stone or the black stone button, or maybe the crimson stone. The deep slate stone in the upcoming caves and clips update. Okay, so basically when you press the stone button, this piston will extend, pushing the redstone block and the observer down by 1 block. The redstone block will now be in this level, which means it will unpower this normal piston, and also at the same time this observer will now be in above this normal piston. It will gonna power this sticky piston, and the sticky piston will gonna pull the anvil into this position, and at the same time this repeater right here, this delay part right there, we're gonna power this slam block part, this slam block launcher, to launch the anvil, because the anvil is an entity when there's no support blocks. When it has a support block, it is a block, but when it has no blocks to support it will become an entity. Oh, and also I forgot, this sticky piston right here will also gonna retract, because when you press the button, the redstone block is pushed down, and because of that, there's no power around it, the sticky piston will gonna pull out the block, and we will have a hole here in order for the anvil to be launched up into the air. And finally we have this part that will this observer will detect the falling anvil and will give out an output to this sticky piston in order to push the blocks out, preventing the anvil from going any higher. The reason why we need to do that is because anvil, when falling down in a height that is greater than 2 blocks, will have a chance of being damaged. That's why we need to prevent it from going higher than 1 block. So as you can see, when I press this button, the anvil will gonna be stopped in this point, and it only has to fall down 1 block. So the anvil will never gonna damage. So yeah, that's basically all to it. A very simple and easy to build. Everything is nicely fit in your down your floor and behind your wall, and don't worry about this comment block. It's just a comment block that put the anvil block here. And yeah, of course you have to put all of the anvils that you have in here in order for this to work. If the anvil tower here is below this point, below this white concrete, then everything will not, then the part that prevent the anvil from flying any higher will not work, because there's nothing there to give an observer an update. So yeah, that is basically it. And finally, in order to reset everything, a little bit of lag spike there. In order to reset everything, this very simple comparator delay circuit, or like a timer for this piston to push up all of the thing. The reason why we need a delay that is massive like this is because when this thing is active, the button here is not done with its powering. So that is why we need a stronger delay pulse here in order to prevent the piston here to push everything down. For more simpler term, when this button is unpowered, this part down here is still powered, so the piston here can push up everything and reset everything into its original position. That's all. Okay, so I think that is all of the explanation. Now let's get on with the tutorial. So as you can see, here is the chest with all of the materials that you need. And yeah, just take a screenshot or take note of everything that you need in this chest. Okay, now let me get it in my inventory. There's some components as for that. Okay, so we will start with this block. So this will gonna be the block where the anvil will gonna stand. So that means here's how you do it. Okay, so first you place a sticky piston right there. Get your blocks out. It's just the wall and the floor blocks. It can be any blocks that you want. So do something like that, as you can see. And now let's place a button there with a normal piston like so. A redstone block there with a an observer right there. Okay, next off, get your circuit blocked out. I use here white concrete, but you can use anything that you want. Place a redstone dust there with a repeater like so, and then place a normal piston right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go down to here. It's just the support block. You will have to place in your observers like that with a repeater set it onto 3 ticks. Some unmovable object like glazed terracotta, or like blocks that can be sticky, that the slam block cannot pull or push, like a glazed terracotta or obsidian blocks. So you're gonna place a sticky piston right there with another glazed terracotta here with 2 blocks like so. And now you are gonna finish the bottom part of the circuit. So you're gonna go down here with a block like so, with a repeater set onto 3 ticks, a block like so with a block like this, redstone dust right there, with a sticky piston right there, a slam block on top. Okay, so next off we were gonna build the part that push all of that push the observer and the redstone block up. So you have to go out one more block there, place a repeater there with a block on top, create this plus size like this, break the middle block and replace that with a comparator, redstone dust on all of them, with a normal piston right there. Okay, so now you're gonna place a block there with an observer there, another observer with a block on top, a block on the left with a repeater set onto 3 ticks, a block like that with a transparent blocks that the redstone can be placed on. And you see a glass block, but you can of course use slabs or stairs, and place in your finally place in your sticky piston right there. Now let's fill it with anvils. As you can see, the 4 is greater than 2 blocks, so the anvil is be damaged. So like so, and now everything should work. As you can see, when you break it and you press the button, everything is working. So that is all to it. A very simple and easy to build Anvil replacer for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I hope you guys enjoy today's episode, and I will gonna see you guys in the next episode of Funredstone. Goodbye.